Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, No Rules 6, set in Whittleton Creek, and supplied to us today by Hitman Companion. So moving on to our briefing, short and sweet, by Street Surgeon. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting at the default location, and we're going to attempt this contract with empty pockets. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to require ourselves a silenced pistol for preference. Getting a pistol in general is relatively easy. A silenced pistol doubly so, as we can find a gardener slash FBI slash CIA operative in the West residence, and they are currently in the garden, but they will regularly make their way into the bathroom. So we're going to hop over Helen West's fence into her garden, up onto the patio or veranda, and then in through the open bathroom window, and we're going to hide ourselves behind the door here. And after a few minutes, the FBI, CIA, gardener, Secret Service gentleman will arrive, and we can then close the door behind him, render him unconscious, and acquire ourselves a silenced pistol. So with that now in tow, we're going to make our way around the map the other way, 47, it would be easier. So we're going to go around past Janus's house, and we're going to head now for the creek shed, and we're going to achieve a propane cylinder if firstly it doesn't detonate before we get there, and secondly it doesn't detonate as we arrive. So we're going to try and get to the creek shed before we see door unlocked appear on the screen, and that will then tell us that we are too late. And so far so good. The shed door is closed, sorry, and that means the propane is intact at the present. So we're going to make our way around to the back of the shed through the open door, and we're going to grab the propane before it blows up in our face. So we're going to take this propane cylinder, and we are going to place it on the pathway right by the JCB here. Now this is easy enough to do because we're going to do it directly opposite the lamp post. So there will do nicely. And just to add insult to injury, we are going to head for the house with the boat outside garden, where we will encounter a second propane cylinder. So we are going to go a little bit for overkill here. So we're going to grab that one once we've made it over the fence. We're going to return over said fence again, and we are going to place this propane cylinder next to the first one we've planted. So we're just going to run back across the road. Now we have pretty much just missed our target, but that doesn't matter as we have 4 others to deal with as well. So we're going to grab the silenced pistol that we've collected and quickly put one hole in one of the propane cylinders, as long as the construction worker is on the other side of the JCB and they can't see you. And then we're going to go to the house for sale and retrieve the third propane cylinder. So we're just going to grab the keys from the plant pot on the right, let ourselves in, head straight to the kitchen and grab the propane cylinder. And then once we have this one, we're going to take this and we're going to deposit it on the yellow, I believe, convertible Camaro just outside the house on the street here. So we're just going to throw that up by the windscreen, not too hard, we don't want to damage it. That's perfect, and that is our target. Now he's not long left this area, so he's going to be a while before he comes back. That gives us plenty of time to move on to our first target, and that would be the exterminator. And we're just going to quickly run up behind him, plant 2 into his back, and deposit him in the bushes. So we have 2 eliminations set up and ready to go. We have 3 more eliminations to deal with as such. 1 will take care of itself, and it looks like the jogger lady is on her way back around, so we will deal with her next of all. I was about to move into the wilderness construction area and deal with the construction worker there, but we'll come back for him momentarily. So we're going to return to the creek. We're going to try and hide ourselves as best we can behind the tree here, and when the young jogger lady comes along, she will stop at exactly that point between both of our propane cylinders, and we can then detonate one of them, sending her over the JCB and into the pile of rubble on the far side. So 2 targets down with 3 more to go, and we are now going to make our way into the wilderness area and hopefully encounter our next target, who should hopefully be over by the creek. So we're just going to crouch down, jump over the bollard, use the bushes for cover, and I can see that our target isn't quite in position yet. They are heading that way, but while using instinct we can also see that the garbage man from Mr. Batty's house is also now moving into position. So we're going to head back to the far end here so that we can watch the garbage removals man go for his cigarette break and a very unexpected flying lesson. So once he lights up, he will detonate the propane and he will find himself back on the other side of the street. So 3 targets down now, 2 more to go. So we're going to make our way back to the creek where our other target, as you can see, has just arrived in position. His colleague has just turned his back to him, so we can now quickly deposit a bullet into his safety helmet, and we are going to drag him deeper into the bushes as he didn't quite fall into the creek. So he is now taken care of, and that just leaves 1 more to go, and unfortunately our final target is one of the guards, and he is currently dealing with some of the mess we've created, so we are going to be waiting around for him for a little while. So he's currently off over by the JCB there on body clear up, but he will return to this particular area, almost directly this spot, and when he does, he will engage in a phone call, and what we are going to do is drop our silenced pistol on the floor directly behind him. And you may have noticed there's someone coming up the road. They're just crossing over the road now. They will spot that gun and they will tell the guard all about it, and the guard will come along and he will bring the gun to the nearest weapons locker, which happens to be in the basement in the house for sale. So we're just going to make our way over there now, and when he comes over we can follow him inside and we can then deal with him accordingly. So here he comes now. We can wait for him to get deep inside the house as the postman is here, and we don't have anything to knock him out with, so we're going to have to do this with our hands up close and personal. So it might be an idea to close that front door behind us as well if the postman is in attendance. We're going to collect up the gun that he drops, retrieve the silenced pistol, and we're going to use the silenced pistol to drop 1 bullet into our target's head. And all we have to do now is make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the bus stop exit, although if you grab the crowbar from the JCB while you're over there, you can also use the sewer exit, as long as you don't let the construction worker see you. So there we go, one more trending contract taken care of, and we just get confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.